Energy here is unreal.
Rare Evo brings the entire community together.
Overall, it's just a great conference, and it's great to actually talk to people. It's been a wonderful.
Rare Evo, you have to experience it in person.
Every minute counts. 25 for 25. Rare Evo!
The greatest event ever on Earth.
I'm so excited to be at Rare Evo 2025, and I can't wait to come back next year.
Rare Evo's tickets alive. Get them for 2026.
Rare Evo, let's go!
That was fun. What's up, everybody? You missed it. Drip Drops actually, they hired a little person to walk around dressed in the blue Drip Drops. It was hilarious. What's up, everyone? This is the World Mobile Alliance. My name is Rob, and with me I have Cal Clover up here, and we're excited. We're going to talk about some stuff today. Cal, anything new? What's going on with you?
Happy Scan Saturday, everyone. You know, watching that video kind of makes me sad I wasn't at Rare 2025, man. You know, looks like it was a really, really fun event, and can't wait to get into a little bit later on. But yeah, I've been doing good, you know. Just got up really early today, didn't go for a run, but I got straight to the office because I did not want to miss this absolutely amazing space that we're gonna have today. How about yourself?
Man, it's been a week. Just a lot going on, but the weather's great outside, and yeah, things are good. I'm pumped to be here. We actually have our friend Nathan with us, who's on the Rare Evo team, and we're gonna for part of the show today. We're gonna talk about Rare Evo 2026. So we're already looking ahead, and we're gonna be doing some fun stuff. They're breaking their news here. They haven't talked about it yet. They haven't posted it. They just signed the paperwork this week to make it official. And so we're moving forward with Rare 2026. And as a part of that, not only are they announcing it here, but Nathan is coming on, and he's going to be doing, he's providing some tickets, free tickets to Rare 2026 for this community since he wanted to come on the show and utilize us and the number one community at Rare Evo 2025. So yeah, very excited. With that being said, I think you're got anything else before we bring up Nathan?
No, that's all. I'm looking forward to you bringing up Nathan. Let's go.
Well, one thing, there's this little ticker going across the bottom. I learned how to use the ticker, and it's clearly I'm very creative here. We're doing giveaways, and so let's start off just in the comment section here. Hashtag Rare 2026. You type that in, you will qualify for the giveaways that we're doing. So let's do it. With that being said, we got Nathan from Rare Evo. Nathan, what's going on?
What's going on, guys? Happy Scan Saturday.
Hey,
how you guys doing today?
Good. I'm good. How about you, Hal?
I am thrilled to be here.
Nice. So what's new in the world of Rare? Have you actually recovered from 2025 yet?
Yeah. It was a rough week afterwards. I think I slept a couple 18-hour days, trying to get caught up on sleep, and then I thought I was fine, and then went back to the grind and needed another one of those 12-hour sleep days because my body wasn't quite ready to get back to it. But it was a blast. It was fun, but boy, does it wear you out.
It was, I mean, for me, it was full on. I was exhausted.
Oh, it's nonstop. It's nonstop for like 5 days straight.
I was just doing my own thing. I wasn't running the entire conference.
Yeah.
But so just for people, maybe they've probably heard us talk about it, but why don't you just kind of tell us a little bit about Rare, what Rare is, maybe a little bit how it got going, and maybe even some future direction. Where is it going?
Oh, so Rare started in 2022. It was kind of the original one was called Rare Bloom. It was the bringing together of two stake pool operators on Cardano, who just kind of wanted to throw a community event. There was no community events, and they got together, Rare Pool and Bloom Pool, and threw that first one in Denver, Colorado. After that, Bloom Pool decided it's Big Pay. I'm sure anyone in Cardano has heard of Big Pay. He kind of wanted to do his thing with the tech and Atrium, and the Rare guys wanted to continue on with the event. So they rebranded as Rare Evo. They threw another event in Denver. And then in 2024, we moved to Vegas, and we kind of started out as like a very much a Cardano only event. If anyone was there in 2022, God, it's been so long. 2022, it was small. We had 300 or 400 people, 100% Cardano for the most part. Maybe there was a few smattering of other projects. To evolve to where we are now, and last year, we were at Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas, kind of took over Caesar's Palace for the weekend, grew to almost 3,000 people, had Cardano was well represented, but we brought in Solana and Polkadot and Hedera and Algorand and Abstract and projects on ETH and DeFi across the board, and traditional finance. You had people from Grayscale and Bitwise and Jacoby Asset Management and Citibank and Custodia Bank. So it has just evolved into this pure multi-chain Web3 blockchain event now, where we kind of welcome everybody into the arena, because we can all learn from each other. We can all get better from what other people do, and we just embrace this interoperability. And the World Mobilers have been a huge part of Rare from the beginning. And when we signed the contract this week, I reached out to Rob. I was like, hey, let's do it here and give away some stuff and kind of bring the World Mobilers back, and for 2026, wherever that may be.
Yeah. I mean, Nathan, I love how Rare has been evolving throughout the years, and with each year it gets better and better, and more projects come on, and more people attend. And the Mobilers is a huge part of being at Rare, and we really appreciate you choosing our space to make some fun announcements and do some possible giveaways. But yeah, I mean, you said that Rare started in 2022, and I just want to remind everyone, me and Rob met through Rare. We've been working close prior to Rare. We knew each other prior to Rare. We didn't work together prior to Rare, but we met at Rare, and this is where the alliance was born. I mean, I love when Rob tells the story, so I'll let him tell everyone how the alliance was started and how we actually met. I still remember the moment like it was yesterday. But yeah, Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, I remember getting to Rare Bloom in 2022, and I checked in. I was excited just to walk around and see some people. I had met some people from the Cardano community at the summit in Laramie in 2021, and I remember walking away from there feeling disappointed. It was great to connect, but there just wasn't much to do. It was 100% networking, and there was no vendors, there's no booths, there was no one presenting. It was all, you could have done about 90% of what happened at the summit, you could have done from your laptop, and that's what most people did. But the people who were there had the chance to meet. And so then I get to Rare Bloom, and it was, I told this to Rand after the first show. I said, this is everything the Cardano Summit should have been, but wasn't. And he goes, Rob, that was our goal, and thank you for reaffirming that. But it was incredible. But I remember getting there, and I checked into my room, and I was just excited to go see if I could find some people. And I walked down the elevator, and I see somebody wearing I think it was a navy blue hoodie, but it was a hooded sweatshirt with the original, like not the one the colored one we're used to, but the original World
OG.
Mobile logo, the OG one. This is before there was even merch made. Somebody made this up, and I see somebody standing there talking to another person. I walk up, and it was funny because I introduced myself. I said, "Hey, I like that sweatshirt," and then I said, "Wait, I know your face." And he's like, "Hey, I'm EarthNodes." I'm like, man, you are all over the place. I said, "I'm Rob," and what's funny was I had to sort it out. It took me about half the weekend to really sort it out, because I was introduced to two people right there. There was Cal, and then there was Carl. And Cal and Carl were standing there talking. I interrupted them, so I had to sort out which one was which because little confusing there. But Cal and I we hung out all weekend, and then we were talking with Theo from Chef Pool, and he goes, "Hey, let's do a get together. Let's get all the EarthNode operators here because at this point there's nothing going on with World Mobile community outside of us waiting for the AMAs, waiting for news to drop from them, and no one was really activating. And so we went around, Cal and Theo and myself, we went around and just grabbed everyone that we knew who had advertised that they had an EarthNode. This was in the very, very early days before the NFT even came out. And we got everyone together and we had a group meeting. There was 13 of us at the time. And there was Will Reed from World Mobile, and he actually opened the laptop and passed around a laptop. We all got to talk to Mickey one-on-one on the screen because Mickey wasn't there in 2022. And so that was the first EarthNode operators gathering in a public place. And from there, we talked about it, and we need to do something. Theo and I have been doing some Twitter Spaces for something else, so we were very familiar with it. And hey, let's we got to start an alliance. We got to start something. So a group of us came together and we started what was then the EarthNode Alliance, now called the World Mobile Alliance. But it was all because we had a place where we could all gather, and people from all over the world came to it, and we were able to meet and discuss and dream. And I mean, look at where we are today, to the point where we brought well over 100 people from the World Mobile community to Rare. And that's from people who were just solely there. We had all of our friends at Minutes as well, and we had people that are part of multiple ecosystems that participate. But it was such a big gathering this year. It's grown every year, and so that's why we love Rare, because that's where it started. But also, it's a place that we can all come together. It's in a great look, or it has been in a great location. In Las Vegas, where it's easy access worldwide to get to Las Vegas, as opposed to, I keep joking with you, hey, come to Omaha, Nebraska. We have a great zoo, right? But that's about all. So, it's a great place to have and gather and do things, and we get to see people from all over the world every time we show up. So, it's been a lot of fun. But Nathan, you came on. You're going to tell us a little bit about Rare Evo 2026. So what's new?
Real quick, that first one, I just went as an attendee as well. I just wanted to get involved with the Cardano community a little more. And I was on a space and I heard like Rand and Wes talk how they were from Cincinnati, and that's where I'm from too. I'm like, oh man, there's blockchain in Cincinnati. Who would have thought? And he's like, yeah, I met him there, and we're like, yeah, we live in Cincinnati. And I was like, cool, it's a small world. And then we kind of just went our own ways. And then I ran into Rand at the grocery store, our neighborhood Kroger's, in the beer aisle. And I'm like, whoa, you're this close? And it finds out he lives a mile and a half away from me. Small world. And I love the power of the community, which is like bringing everyone together, same as you guys. And that's what got me involved to work with Rare to try and make it bigger and better and what it has done every year since. So yeah, just the power of meeting in person and shaking hands is amazing. But yeah, we'll talk about 2026. I just want to throw that out there. Like, I'm not an original team member.
It's amazing.
We want to just remind everyone, we got this ticker going across the bottom, but hashtag Rare 2026. Type that in for a chance. We're going to do a couple of giveaways on the show for some general admission tickets to Rare 2026. And how you enter is you put that in the comments, and the algorithm the program will register it. I got this little thing. It looks like, according to my counter, there are 12 people that do it. I don't know if this is specific to how you write it. So if it's capital R,
it shouldn't be.
Don't know.
Case sensitive, but yeah,
I guess I could go count. It shows that there are 12 that have typed it in so far. So, and here's the thing: if you've already purchased your ticket, because tickets they're much cheaper this year than they were this time last year. If you've already purchased it, this is a great way to gift to a friend, to find someone else to encourage. to come
Bring
with.
the significant other for a vacation, wherever it may be next year.
Absolutely.
We want to tell
Bring your-
people where it's going to be, actually, so they know what they're buying tickets for.
Yeah,
Bring your
yeah. In fact,
kids.
that was the big news is you guys
Yeah.
signed this week. It's
We
at a
did.
different location, is our understanding.
We looked at a few locations: Miami, Southern California, Denver, Vegas, Lake Tahoe, Nashville, quite a few locations. Ultimately, we decided we're going to stay in Vegas at least one more year, but we are changing venues. So for everyone who doesn't know, we will no longer be at the Caesars Palace. We're upgrading. We're going to the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. It's a
Let's
much
go.
newer casino, much bigger, much nicer. And because we already we built a name for ourselves, which when we first went into Caesars in 2024, that wasn't the case. We were able to get better deals for everyone. So the hotel rooms are much cheaper when you buy on our room block, which isn't live yet. We're waiting on them, but give us a couple weeks on that. It will be sub $200 for staying at the Aria Casino in Vegas, which sub 200 is pretty much the price you might get in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a huge discount for staying in Vegas. And we did move it up in the year. So Rare Evo 2026 will be July 28th through the 31st at the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. You heard it here first.
Yay. So cheaper hotels, better
Cheaper
venue.
hotels, better
Now
venue.
a
Bigger.
better date.
The conference hall is bigger. So it allows us to bring more people in, more projects, better stage. It's
Amazing.
It's better for us. It's better for everyone who comes. It's a win all around.
Now, I do have a question for you, Nathan. Will the poker tournament happen again?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, if anyone went to the poker tournament last year, I'm sure a lot of you may have watched Mickey on the featured table last year. That is actually held at the Poker Go studio at the Aria Casino. So it will be in-house. There's no hopping in an Uber or taking a cab up the road any. It is going to be right there where everything else is. All the fun stuff about Rare will be happening, even though it's at the Aria instead of Caesars. It's just going to be the same as it always is. We like to work hard and play hard. If anyone's ever been to a Rare, you know that it's a lot of both. We like to celebrate everything about the industry and meeting people all together. So you expect great parties, poker tournaments, and an amazing conference all wrapped into one fun 4 days.
Now, say the dates again.
July 28th through the 31st.
Now, looking at the calendar, we're used to having setup day for the booths and things like that on Thursday, and the conference being Friday, Saturday. This year, the poker tournament was on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, what does this look like on the calendar for the week?
So everything will be kind of moved up a little. So July 28th through the 31st is actually a Tuesday through a Friday. So Tuesday will be kind of our setup day, opening night party sort of thing that was on Thursday before. The conference will be the 29th and 30th, and then the 31st will be the poker tournament.
Wow. So we're doing more of a midweek thing than a weekend. Yeah. Why is that?
One, availability. These places have other stuff coming in as well. And two, most people were there during the week anyway. And that was one of the reasons we were able to get much lower prices on hotel rooms, because we weren't there through the whole weekend. And if you've ever stayed in a hotel at Vegas during the weekend, it's always priced up. But because we were able to get more on the front end, which they're trying to get more people in, they gave us lower prices there and lowered the weekend rates, because they were getting the advantage of having all the people there when they're not usually full.
And it gives you the weekend to recover from the 1 week.
Or
normal
stay in
recovery.
Vegas for a few more days, or go
There
the
we go.
weekend before. It's all like last year. Our room block will be longer than just the 28th through the 31st. I think it was a couple days before and the day after last year. You could actually get in on the room block. We reserve rooms on those off days as well. So you could make a vacation of it. Stay. I mean, Aria is gorgeous. If anyone has ever been to the Aria, it's absolutely gorgeous. It is all the great stuff about Caesars, but just modernized, and it's a gorgeous venue.
By the way, this is the hotel I always stay at when I go to Vegas. I love the Aria. It's great. I'm happy you guys are going to do it there.
Yeah, it's nicer. The conference area is much nicer. If anyone's seen and Caesar's Palace is no slouch when it comes to the conference area. But we're going with our theme. It's still carpeted ballroom, chandeliers. It's not a empty, hollow concrete floor sort of thing. Eventually, we may have to go that route once we've exceeded our limitations on sizing. But we're trying to avoid that as much as possible, because that's kind of always been our thing. We're like a boutique conference almost. Like, we offer food, and it's good food. It's not ham sandwich in a box sort of food. We've always strived to offer the experience as well as the conference.
Let's do this. You talked about having a couple of tickets to give away. Let's do the first one.
Sure.
And again, hashtag Rare 2026. I'll just show you what this looks like here. And right now there's 16 entries to it. So all you gotta do is hit that draw button, and let's see what happens. Now we plan on using the same thing for the second drawing. So I think I can do this and just hit the redraw button. I should have tested this beforehand, but all right, there. Now there's a 17. Thanks, Jeff. All right, so here we go. And
Boom.
Eddie. Congratulations, Eddie. And in fact, so Eddie actually commented earlier. He said
something about not being able to go or something, or
no way I can make it to Rare, but good luck all. Well, Eddie, hey, you got 10 months to figure this out. I believe in you, Eddie. We'd love to have you there. So Eddie, if you hit us up on the probably the easiest way to get a hold of us.
Redraw.
He says to redraw.
Does he say redraw?
Let's redraw.
Oh, is he going? Nah. Hey, Eddie, if you're, I don't know where you're at. If it's a visa issue, we've helped people get visas before, so we had no problem working with you to get a visa if that's the issue.
Going once, going twice. We'll give Eddie.
And he laughed and said, "Okay." I don't know.
Give Eddie. Yeah. We'll give Eddie a minute to think about it.
Yep, and we can.
He's got a 19-month-old kid.
Gotcha.
Not a visa issue. It's a baby issue. Cal, you know anything about that?
Kind of. Yeah. Do you see those beautiful?
Is that why you couldn't come last year?
Dark spots underneath my eyes. I feel your pain, Eddie. Hang in there, bud. You got a few more months or years.
Cal's wife had a baby on the Saturday of Rare.
Yeah, I know.
Cal was a little bit
couldn't
busy.
come, but man, if there was ever a valid excuse, minting a new human being is definitely a valid excuse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie's saying redraw, so let's do it again.
If he wins again, even with the redraw, then he has to come. Enza, no, it's then still going.
Hey, Wendy.
There you go. Let's go, Wendy.
All right, Wendy. So, Wendy, the best way is just reach out to the World Mobilers. Send us a DM at the at World Mobilers, the Alliance account, and just send us a DM, and we will connect with you to make sure that you get that Rare Evo ticket. So, congrats there. And what we're gonna do then, Wendy, is and everybody else is we're gonna do one more here before the end of the show. So feel free to keep
some more alpha too for anyone who might not win one of these wonderful tickets. So to celebrate, and I'm announcing this here first, to celebrate our are moving to the Aria, the dates and all, I'm going to lower ticket prices. So for the next 48 hours, if you guys want to go to Rare, you can buy a GA ticket for $50.
Wow.
Or a VIP for $750. They're currently $100 and $800, but I will lower them both for $50. No code you have to put in, and you can still use code WMTX if you want to get 10% off that. Although 10% off 50 is less than 10% off 100, but it's still something. Can pay in crypto still. That's a 5% discount. So does anyone want to do the math there on what a GA ticket might cost? Even a VIP at those prices with the code and the crypto?
Under $41 for between 40 and 41 for the
So go to here. Let me put it in here.
42 and a half for paying with crypto and using the code WMTX.
And
that's right.
Yep. The VIPs, I mean, you've been Rob, tell them what the VIPs are like at Rare.
Well, as a Lord of the Rings nerd, the last 2 years I've got to go to a pre-party that's had Elijah Wood as the DJ. Free beverages, throughout the pre-party the night before the event. There's break areas that you got to go to that you have to have the VIP to get to throughout the event, where you're able to go sit down, get some beverages, get some snack foods, some cakes and treats. Meals twice a day. You know how expensive meals are in Vegas, and trying to find something that's not just like a Five Guys or just some cheap fast food thing. You're talking $30 to $50 a meal, and so you're getting
plus
breakfast
the time.
Right, exactly.
Like even if you stay in Caesars, you're walking a mile to the first restaurant, basically.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking breakfast and lunch for both days of the conference. Just buffet style as much as you want to eat, and it's gourmet food. And I was just amazed. I mean, there's so many options. I just went to it was a gala fundraiser event the other day, and it was $100 tickets plus you get the meal with it and everything. And literally, they had 2 different pasta dishes and some really dry bread rolls. And hey, I can't eat wheat, right? I'm gluten free, so I was like, well, that stinks. There are so many options and so many different things. If you are gluten intolerant, dairy, if you
we definitely try to have a vegetarian option, a gluten-free option, a meat eater option. There's bacon and steak still if that's what you want to go with, but salads, appetizers, we go all out on our VIP food, and it's like right there. This year it was right up the escalator. Last year it was kind of down the hall a little, but it's still like it takes you 3 minutes to get there, and then you're right back in the action.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of buffets, but that buffet is definitely worth. But there's not only the food, right? I mean, we have the Thursday evening opening party, which Rob mentioned. And I think just the networking alone that evening is worth buying the VIP ticket.
And we definitely upped our game. I'm not going to rub it in, but you didn't get to go this year. But Dre's was a much better spot than the Omnia was last year. The Omnia was a little smaller and really loud, where Dre's was much more open. You could even step outside and have a normal conversation. There was no yelling in someone's ear. And it's like there's appetizers passed around and free booze at a club in Vegas. Like, how often are you going to get free booze? Like, no drink ticket, like drink 2 and you're done. Literally free booze all night long.
Yeah. And if people wanted to, I didn't see anybody do it, but if people wanted to, there was a pool. There were lifeguards on duty.
There was a pool. You could have gotten in the pool.
Night swim. Let's go. That's how I barely woke up on Friday the previous year.
Our Aria has some gorgeous pools too. Everyone's gonna love the Aria. I'm so looking forward to it. The only downside is because I spent so much time in Caesars, I finally discovered how to navigate that maze. when to turn left and when to turn right. Otherwise, you just end up going in circles. So I kind of have to learn it all over again at the Aria, but I'm down for it. I'm ready.
So, without rubbing it in my face, I would love to hear you guys's, best moment of 2025. And maybe I'll go with Nathan first. What was your favorite thing of 20? And I'm sure it was a lot, but I'm sure it was a lot. But let me know, 2025.
There's so many, man. The Thursday night party was just unbelievable. Like, I'd been part of the planning of it, and you see all the mock-ups and where it is and how it's going to be. But when we walked in and the branding there was just like, anyone who sponsored that, the branding, you did not miss out on branding. That's for sure. There was midnight branding everywhere in there. The venue was gorgeous. The music was fun. The networking. Seeing Cash win the Poker Classic was huge. I've known Cash for years and years, and seeing one of the boys take home the prize, $15,000 he won, is just. And he's a grinder, man. Like, Cash has been grinding for years, and seeing someone I know win, like, it's our own personal little World Series of poker. It's kind of fun, and the people in it. Just meeting everybody, seeing it all come together. I don't know if it's one favorite moment. The Top Golf was fun. I mean, it's a lot of hard work all year long. I'm part of the family. I'm part of the community too. I was Cardano community well before I worked for Rare, and all this stuff, and just a blockchain enthusiast, and getting to meet new friends and reconnect with old friends, and seeing smiles on faces, and watching all the hard work kind of come to light in everyone's eyes is makes it all worth it. All the long days and meeting after meeting after meeting, and it just makes it all worth it. So I don't know, no real one thing, but just the event in general. I'm excited to do it again and come back bigger and better and bolder than last year and the year before. And then we're just going to keep doing it. We'll get bigger every year and better.
As you guys have been. Can't wait to share those experiences with you. Nathan, what about you, Rob? What's your favorite highlight of 2025, if you can pick one of the many?
I got three, and I'll be real quick. The first was that party on Thursday night. And it was just fun because I got to spend a lot of time. I got to talk to Rand and Evan. We had a group of us. It was Manny, the Web3 cat, or Deep In Cat, Manny. It was Jamie King. It was Val, and it was Callus Bling from the Minutes Network community, and then Claire, and the group, the five of us. Claire from the Rare team. And we were hanging out for about a half an hour, just kind of standing around, just having a good time. And it was it set it off right because everyone was just in a really good mood and just enjoyable people to be around. The breakout sessions on Saturday, where we got to spend time with the whole World Mobile team and get to see this big layout of presentations, was huge. And then, I just thought that it was such a great weekend. The way to finish it all off was actually outside of Rare, but we the Mobiler and Minotaur community went to Blue Man Group as a group. We got 80 tickets, and it was just such a high energy, fun, enjoyable event. It just felt like it was the perfect climax to what was an incredible weekend. And so it's like every day you're waking up looking forward to what was coming next, and it didn't fizzle out at the end. It felt like it just built and built and built. We got the community award on Saturday, and then within a few hours we're at Blue Man Group, and it was like just this great way to start and then finish the event. So that we're going to be doing things big in 2026. We're going to get really, really pressure Mike and Mickey to have World Mobile Day and get if it's classroom stuff, if it's main stage stuff, whatever it is, we're to be pushing for these massive presentations and these group gathering sessions, and then the last 3 years we finished it off right with a fun outing, and so I'm hoping that we get to do something like that as well.
And hit us up if you guys want to do it even before the thing starts, like on that Monday or whatever. Like IO had like classrooms all day long a couple days before the actual event. We're more than willing to kind of facilitate that, and because ARIA, their AV operates much different than Caesars did. I'll be nice in saying that. It's much easier to facilitate those sort of things than it was at Caesars.
Yeah, we'll definitely pass that information on to Mike, and definitely. And I also saw and heard that the World Mobile Community won the best award for community at Rare last year. And I must admit that every single year, I mean, we take a photo and it looks like the attendance just grows and grows and grows. And Nathan, I can guarantee you that for 2026, we're going to top 2025. And there's going to be even more mobilers showing up and excited to just be there and meet new people. I mean, we see it on online every single day. More and more people are joining the project. More and more people are taking out lines, getting subscriptions, using the World Mobile services, purchasing EarthNodes, just being part of the sharing economy. And with that, the community is growing, and Rare Evo is probably our place to meet. Our as a community, we don't have our own conference, and Rare Evo is the place to be if you want to go and meet other like-minded people.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so, you guys, I have a picture from 2024, I think it was, maybe it was even 2023 with the World Mobilers, and seeing the difference between that and the one from last year, it's huge. And with minutes now kind of coming around and expanding, it's kind of, you're doubling your reach almost. It's exciting to watch from World Mobile being a household name eventually. I mean, by July of 2026, you never know the way Mickey and those guys move. That's a long time in crypto, so it could be crazy where World Mobile. Now, I'm not talking token price people, so this is no alpha. I'm just talking
NFA.
World Mobile in general. The name brand being where it is in another 10 months.
Well, and then you think about that with Unity as well. And
oh yeah,
the EarthNode network taking off, Unity sales happening right now, continued EarthNode. We have the network builders, the HD1 that we were chanting all weekend. All these different things are right at the point where they're releasing, and like I said, it's going to be a place where not just come here, we're going to be doing in the future. It's, guys, this is happening. It's already happened, and I think next year is going to be just a massive gathering and a big celebration for everything that's happened. End of 2025, beginning of 2026, and then also you look at $50 tickets right now. These tickets are cheap. This is the cheapest the cheapest they've ever been. $100 that's a steal. To drop them by half for the GAs, take $50 off the VIP
just for 48 hours. But yeah, but we might just stay at $100 all year. I don't know if we're gonna up it. Usually we kind of stair step it the closer you get. We'll see. We're a business. We got to make money, but at the same time, we want people there. And the move we made to ARIA helps us kind of give back more. Yeah,
it's going to be great. We're excited about it. Now, the question is, we're gonna shift gears here a little bit. Do you want to do the other giveaway right now, or do you want to wait until the end of the show for us to do another giveaway?
You guys can wait to the end of the show if you like. It's up to you. I'm down for whatever. Make them wait. Make them wait to the end of the show.
Got it. So we're going to be doing one more of these token ticket giveaways. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. We'll do that here at the end of the show here today. And all you need to do is in the comments, hashtag Rare 2026. We know this works for both YouTube and X, as Wendy is viewing on X and has won the first one already. So no matter where you're watching, just do it live, and we will. You'll be registered for a chance to win. We have 24 in the drawing at this point, so keep it going. But Nathan, do you have anything else regarding rare updates, rare news going on?
No. That's it. We got our hotel block will probably be up in the next couple of weeks as we get that from Aria. It'll be on our website, rareevo.io. Go get your tickets now. You know it's going to be in July. You know where it's at. And now that we have a date and venue, now becomes the time of bringing all your favorite people and projects to Vegas with us. So I would expect World Mobile and Minutes are going to be huge, and we're, like I said, going bigger and better. So expect more of everything and better stuff. Let's get to 5,000 people this year. That's what I want to do.
Well, you told me at Rare that we actually broke the record for most affiliate codes used.
Yes, last year, and you're well on your way this year.
Yeah, and that's just that's just number of people buying, number of tickets sold, and even doesn't matter to us whether what the price of the ticket is. What we want is we want to know that people are using our code to show that you're part of the community, to show that you're coming.
You guys put in the work too. Like you're posting all the time. Like, I mean, we probably said it 3 times just in this YouTube. WMTX people. So it's a credit not only of your passionate community, but the hard work you guys put in and just saying it's available. I mean, there's quite a few people who have affiliate codes, and you guys are regularly say, use our stuff and come. And it's just, the World Mobile hits different. The community just hits different. You guys, I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. It just is.
Together we're unstoppable.
Yeah.
I'd love to have 150 people, dedicated mobilers and minotaurs that are there next year.
And we'll make sure we get the booths next to each other again, and you'll just kind of invade that whole area there.
And there's going to be a third community now coming alive from both projects, and Rob mentioned it, called the Unity Node community. So you have a third one showing up as well, because we know that Unity Nodes unifies both of the communities, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot more people from different ecosystems that are going to want to get their hands on a Unity Node. So these numbers are definitely going up. Rob mentioned commenting and being able to win a rare free ticket for 2026 if you comment hashtag Rare 2026. But I also want to remind everyone that the Alliance is also running a giveaway on our X account. So if you go to X and you look at the latest post, and if you like and repost, you're also going to be able to win one of these tickets. And we're also obviously going to be really appreciative if you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, not only like and repost. There you go. This is the giveaway of the free GA ticket. So if you want to attend 2026, make sure you like that, share it, and hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
And that's if you don't win live today. I mean, you can still win this and win live today, but gives you more chances other than just with the show live. So absolutely, we're excited to be a part of this. We want to thank Nathan for providing these tickets to us and for coming on our show of all places. that you could have done this. But coming here to break the news that it's going to be the end of July 2026 at the Aria. And so different location, different month, just about a week and a half earlier, but the 28th through the 31st, and it's going to be at the Aria in Las Vegas. We have, as we stated earlier when we were trying to shame Eddie, you got 10 months to figure it out. So plenty of time to be there. We were already starting to make plans for what's going to happen in 2026, and that's just from the community standpoint. That's not even talking about what the Rare team is doing, what World Mobile, what Minutes are going to do. I mean, this is big, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. We are so excited to participate in it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great year, everyone. I have a feeling it's going to be a great year. We got some big stuff planned, and I can't wait to show it off to everyone. More details to come. More details to come.
That's awesome. Nathan, I want to thank you very much for being here. You're a true friend of the Alliance. You're a great part of the community. And you know that if you ever need anything, we're just a DM away. You can always
for sure
reach out to us. I know that I definitely take advantage of you being available quite often as well. So I'm thankful for it.
I'm always around people. Hit me, Discord, Twitter. Don't flood the Rare Evo account with DMs. You can, but it's easier to hit me up on my personal on Twitter. But I'm always around if people need me for whatever reason.
And Nathan's X account is in the show notes. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see him there. But well, Nathan, thank you so much. We really appreciate everything that you're doing to help support us and push us forward. And we are going to do everything that we can to reciprocate and push Rare. And again, we're grateful that you are here sharing all this information, being a part of the show. And you're always welcome. Anytime there's anything going on, you want to break some news or just talk about stuff, the show, either the X Spaces or these live streams, you're always welcome on them.
I will pop in anytime. It was great, guys. Always a pleasure with you guys, man.
Thank you, Nathan. Awesome. And love the hat, by the way. Absolutely an amazing
2024 hat, I think. Yeah.
Yep. It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I love it. It's kind of a trucker hat feel. I mean, I love it. I wear it all the time.
Yeah. By the way,
I like the hats that fit better rather than the ones that have the kind of hard front, I guess.
Oh yeah, now I hear Rob talking from your mouth, you know. But this is he's laughing. But this is a direct result, this hat you're wearing, from people using the WMTX code and us getting a little kickback from Air. All of these money, both of the years that we've used the code, are going straight back to the community in the forms of events, in the forms of creating merch for everyone. And next year, we'll even take it a step further. But me and Rob are not going to disclose everything we have planned as well in the Alliance.
We'll have some cool stuff for you next year as well, Nathan.
I got all the cool stuff, the bag and everything still from last year. So I had to do I don't even see it, the Rare Market, because they had some cool merch too. Nothing like cool merch from the conference.
I was wearing my Drip Drops shirt earlier, and I had to change it because it was making me. I was blending into the background. I have a little green screen behind me.
Yeah.
The white shirt just wasn't working. But anyway, all right. Well, we're gonna pivot here a little bit. So thank you so much again for being here, and we will chat with you again very soon.
All right. See you guys later. Bye, World Bowlers. Get out there and scan.
Man, I'm telling you, that's it hits different, Cal, with what we're doing, how this is all working out. I mean, we started there, a group of 13 people passing a laptop around, to the point where we've broken the record for most people that have come by way of us to their show. We won the community award for having the best, most unified community at Rare this year. And now, rather than do their own shows or tweet about it or make a blog post or something. He wanted to come on here and announce first what's going with Rare on an Alliance broadcast. Like I said, it seems a bit surreal. It hits a little bit different for me that they're utilizing us, I guess, that we're that much a part of what they're doing that they wanted to share their news here first.
Yeah, and honestly, the Rare team, they give a very, very family vibe. I mean, most people don't know this story, but me and Rob were at ETH Denver, and there was a side event which was sold out. And me personally, I've always wanted to go to this event. It's escaping my mind right now. Rob, do you remember?
Meow Wolf.
Meow Wolf. There you go. Meow Wolf. I've always wanted to go to Meow Wolf, and I haven't been able to go because there's no Meow Wolf in LA, even though it's coming out next year or the year after. I'm not sure. Anyways, the event was completely sold out. Even though it was a free event, they were at a max capacity. But Rare Evo and the team behind Rare Evo took care of the Alliance and got us in, no questions asked. So we are very, very appreciative of everything Rare Evo does for us and everything Rare has done with World Mobile and for World Mobile. So we're happy to host them anytime at the Alliance show.
Yeah, they got in Charles and Emmanuel as well. So we were all able to get in together and do that. And they think very highly of World Mobile and the community that comes with it. So a lot of fun. Speaking of community and things that unify all of us together, we got unity. And I feel like so much is building here with unity. We know that, has it been a week now? It's been the Unity nodes have been on sale for a week, and we know that there's a couple of different rounds. There's the round one, which we're currently in, and again, they're keeping things real quiet. Like, we don't know how many they've allocated to round one. We know there's 6,000 total Unity nodes, but they've allocated an amount to round one. And my understanding is, once round one is done, once they've sold out of that initial allocation, they're going to close sales, and then they're going to launch Unity nodes. The app's going to come out, the marketplace, everything's going to get going, and it will be after. Again, I could be wrong about this, but this is the things I've been hearing on repeat. The people that get in now are going to have that first movers opportunity to get going and test things out and be the first to receive things, and then they will open back up. And again, we don't know if round two is going to have a different price, if there's going to be a different any different details regarding it. But I mean, now's the time. And if people that want to get involved in Unity, we have it in the show notes as well. It's unitynodes.io, and then use code Alliance. And you use code Alliance that supports us. We don't even know how. They haven't told. Is this a kickback? Is this some sort of a preferential treatment? Is this when they release more, more licenses beyond the 200? Because we know they're going to do more licenses in time, but likely not more nodes. So when they release more licenses, does that mean that people the code comes with more licenses, a percentage of things, a fixed fee? We don't know any of this stuff, but they give us a code to use. Maybe it's just for tracking purposes to see who their favorite people are. I don't know. But we are definitely pushing. If you buy a Unity node, use the referral code Alliance, and we know that in some way it will support what we're doing
here. Yeah, Unity has been a very hot topic as of late. I mean, it's been all over the chats. There was a few different. There was actually an X space between Minutes Network, Josh Watkins and Mickey Watkins, and they were breaking down all the alpha of Unity node. And I love the name of it. It's totally unifying both of the projects. I mean, Minutes Network and World Mobile always were symbiotic. We know that Josh was and still is part of World Mobile as a co-founder, and he branched off and launched Minutes Network. But then this project, Unity Nodes, have been planned in the background for over 2 years, and we've been teased on this, and we've heard the name Unity many times, but nobody really knew what Unity was or how it's going to work or the potential that it brings and how it unites both of the communities and how it actually brings other communities from other ecosystems into this unified ecosystem or network, if you want to call it. And this by the way is the website, Rob. And if you haven't seen our video, me and Rob did record a quick 30-minute video of how you can buy Unity Node. How we walk through a little bit of as to what Unity is and broke it down for everyone when it was released. But yeah, this website is done really well. It kind of shows you a little bit of how the actual app is going to work. And if you listen to the previous X Space where Mickey and Josh kind of gave the alpha and answer a lot of the community questions, we were told that the app is scheduled to launch in October at some point, where you could immediately start earning rewards, right? Immediately start utilizing these 200 licenses that come with each Unity node. You can also lease them out. I mean, we don't know if the marketplace is going to go live right with the app, but I'm assuming that it makes sense for both of them to launch at the same time. And honestly, if I can share my opinion on Unity, I personally think that Unity will be an extremely hot commodity moving forward, and as soon as it sells out. I mean, you've seen the calculator, Rob, on the website and the actual potential it has and of people earning such revenue directly from your phone. And from what we know, all of our listeners, I mean, and anyone I know has a mobile phone, right? And all it takes is for you to download an app, install Unity Node, and potentially earn a bit of the revenue you're seeing right there from one of these licenses. So I personally think once this blows up, these licenses will be an extremely hot commodity moving forward.
There's a lot of not talking about Unity here, but with the Minutes Network community, there's a lot of napkin math out there and people crunching numbers, and with the smaller amount of tokens that are out there, what the potential is for buybacks, different things. And you see these astronomical numbers for what their switch and validator nodes could bring. And the math makes sense based on if this and if Josh is able to make certain things happen. And I love it. I think it's great. I joke because some guys are like, oh, a single validator node is going to bring in $5,000 or $10,000 a month. And I said, you know what? I would be happy with 100. If a validator brought in $100 a month, I mean, that's a great amount because it adds over time. And I mean, the fact that they cost at the time when it was $3,000, and so that's a pretty good ROI. You're talking, just a couple of years to bring that in, under 3 years. And so with this, I try. That's the napkin math. That's what the community's figuring out. We have some very smart people in our community. This is on the actual website. They're saying, excuse me, they're saying that one Unity node can bring upwards of $19,000 per month. These are a $5,000 thing. Now we know that in order to bring all that in, that's likely 100% of what these things can bring in. You're not going to get 100% on all these 200 licenses because you need a single device for each license. So you might be leasing them out and you might set terms. So maybe you do a term of 50%, Whoever's operating gets 50%. You keep 50%. So that cuts it in half. But still, almost $10,000 a month on a $5,000 investment. That's insane. And so, I'm tempering things down. That's $96. 200 licenses at $96 per month is the 19,200. I'm saying, look, if I could bring in $5 per license, $10 total if you do a split, right? If I can make $5 a license on an AirNode, that's return on investment in 5 months. I mean, that's, if you think about it, where can you go and find that kind of of an investment? I don't know. It makes you look like a genius if you can do it. So I'm tempering my expectations. That we know that their AirNode calculators for Roll Mobile they're pretty spot on when you plug into the calculators how many AirNodes you have. So we know they're not just throwing random numbers out there. But I'm saying, hey, I'm going low. I'm going real low, because anything beyond that, and I firmly believe it will be, from my personal opinion, I think there's a lot of potential here. But hey, even aiming low, instead of $96 a month, if I can make $10 a month before that split, holy moly, that's significant. This is I don't know how they're doing it.
It's a lot of guacamole.
Right. A lot of potential here.
Well, we know that there's not many networks out there that will be as distributed, especially edge networks, that will be as distributed as Unity nodes. I mean, think about it, 1.2 million licenses that are going to go out. And I mean, $95 per device, right? And we heard this is conservative numbers, by the way. This is, it's up to 1920 per Unity node, but 95 is if you divide it by 200, and again, conservative numbers. But man, $95, if you live in a third world country right there, earning $95 per month is significant, right? I mean, you can pay off, like a lot of countries, this is your monthly revenue of having a job. So, and you can do all of this with a cell phone that you already own. And we know that it's going to be available on iOS. We know that it's going to be available on Android. Android 6 is the earliest tested device, I believe. And what was it, iPhone 6 or 7? I don't really recall which one. I think it was 7, if I'm not mistaken, is the earliest tested device, which means that even probably earlier devices, might work. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see the community go out there and test these devices. But yeah, Rob, we should answer some questions that our community has. I see a question here from Token. He says, if Unity pays well, both WMTX and MNTX will skyrocket. And you're right, Token. This 25% of the revenue that each Unity node generates goes back to MNTX as well as WMTX, right? So that's 12.5% even split that will eventually assist with token buybacks for each project. So EarthNode operators, direct revenue. Validators and switch nodes, direct revenue from a token buyback. And we know that 1.2 million licenses are going to go out. And if you think about how much of a hot commodity this license is going to be, especially to third world countries, I see a ginormous amount of revenue flowing through Unity and assisting both of the projects, especially token. I mean, we don't like talking about like token price here, but I mean, you it cannot ignore this, right, Rob? I mean, it's so obvious. It should excite every single community member from both projects.
Well, and here's my thought is we don't like to talk about price, right? These cost $5,000 and they actually come back with a locked amount of tokens in them. You're getting 75% of the value of that at the current price when you buy it. That's what you get back in tokens. So again, we're not going to talk about price or speculate on token price or speculate on what these things can do. We're going off of what they have put on their website as an estimated return. I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't completely sold out yet, other than, I think maybe people they purchased, and that's where I'm in a position. I have EarthNodes, but I also have tokens that I want to fund my EarthNodes with. And there's only so much money a guy has, right? So do you trade in your World Mobile token to get this, or do you have something so you can stake to your EarthNode for better rewards there? There's a balancing act. People will go heavy into Air nodes. People have gone heavy into Minutes Network validator and switch nodes. So I am kind of surprised that they haven't sold out yet, at least the first round that they've allocated. But I look, $10 a month, I don't think it's negative. I think that yes, they're talking big, and the question is, but when is that going to happen? Do you think they have the money there right now? They're ready to sell that data, and instantaneously the buckets are going to get funded that they can push out to $96 a license? I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take to build up how much data they need to be able to sell. Are they pre-selling it, or does the data need to come in first? So it might take a while for them to get to their projections, but I don't think that their projections are over the top based on how they do things. It's just a matter of when will there be enough steady revenue generation for it to maintain that type of a balance. And so if we start off slow, if we start off at $5 or $10 a month, amazing. That's great. There's room to build up to those projections. But I think if we go in thinking, all right, it's going to start in October, I'm going to be making $20,000 a month in October, I'm going to go quit my job right now, I don't think you should do that. I'm not quitting my job because of Unity. So what I'm doing is I am tempering myself to say, hey, if this doesn't go the way that the website says right off the bat, I'm okay. I'm okay with that, because I believe there's a lot of room for this to grow, and especially if they're gathering enough data with the round one that they can generate revenue, and then they introduce additional Unity nodes up to that 6,000 allocation in time. Because imagine if they drop all 6,000 at once before the thing starts, and everyone's out there fishing for it and getting the things. Do you water down the revenue generation at the beginning? It takes longer for it to get up to that point. So I can see them doing rounds and slowly bringing more nodes online, more licenses online. We'll have to wait and see, because we don't know. This is all speculation. But I'm not holding my breath on stuff, and I'm not gonna get into hypotheticals about this, that, or the other thing. I'm just going off of my personal opinions and expectations, and also what they're saying as well. And I hope I'm wrong. In fact, I'm saying this kind of tongue in cheek almost, but I hope that I am lowballing things, and they explode beyond their own expectations.
Hey, we don't want no negativity on the show. It's all bullish. Hey, to the moon. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I see Callus in the chat. He's like, hold up, Rob. Let me join this space and tell you everything about Unity. I mean, Callus, shout out to Callus, man. This guy is, the I guess everything and anything that you need to know about Minutes and Unity. I mean, that's your go-to guy right there. But yeah, there is one thing we know, Rob, for a fact was mentioned that once these 200 licenses fill out per Unity node, that they could be increased. I mean, I like to remain bullish, and I think we'll quickly see these licenses fill out, especially once the word gets out. And Mr. Crabalot, shout out to Miss Crabalot for putting out this article yesterday or this early morning.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Yeah, put it out there. Go read that. That one is one of the best explanations of Unity and breakdowns that I've seen. And by the way, shout out to Mr. Crabalot for using our Alliance code when purchasing his Unity node. We appreciate that very much. And yeah, go read his article. It breaks it down really well. It answers a lot of the questions that people might have. And yeah, there's a few questions I see here. Zero Thick said, didn't they say all your licenses are in one location? You probably won't get full rewards, so phone farm might not be the best route. Actually, Zero Fix, they did mention that if you have all your licenses in one location, that's not going to that's not going to change the amount of rewards that you generate every single month from your Unity node. So you can have a phone farm if you want to, and you're going to be earning the same amount. You're actually going to be earning more than leasing your license, because we know that you get to keep the 100% rewards if you have a phone farm. And if you really think about it, I mean, the idea here of this network is to be an edge distributed network, right? So the more devices out there that people are running the Unity node, the better. But I mean, let's be honest, it's 1.2 million licenses out, which again will increase moving forward. But I don't think people are going to be running more than 200 phones in their offices or homes. I mean, this
just think of the
quite
EMF.
hot. And
just the radiation and stuff coming out of those phones. That's not going to be healthy for you.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go out on Amazon and sell those radiation gloves, for people. Hot commodity, people, hot commodity. Yeah, so you can run a phone farm and expect the same amount of rewards as as someone that will run it individually in different locations. Dreamin' Forest is asking, is there clarity or where exactly this money will be coming from? And Mr. Crabalaw did respond in the chat that there's about 12 to 15 different companies working on Unity right now. I mean, we know that Minutes is and Josh and Mickey been in the telecom space for 20 plus years. I mean, we know the connections they have, and there is already, and that's what makes this thing so accepted, that there's already companies that will be bringing live traffic to Unity. So once it turns on, I mean, you're gonna start seeing results immediately, right? I mean, this traffic is going to come online, and you're going to be earning rewards. Now, we don't know what kind of rewards, right? I mean, we are basing this off a calculator that was released on the website. Again, this is not financial advice, but we know that there's companies that are going to bring on traffic, which means immediate revenue. One last question from Mundo Bird. By the way, Mundo Bird, shout out to Mundo Bird for using our Alliance code. We appreciate you very much.
Do you see the one I have posted?
Oh yeah. Sorry, Andres. Shout out to Andres for using our Unity Alliance code. We appreciate you very much, Andreas. Do you know if the lock tokens in the node can be used for staking EarthNodes or validation nodes? No, you're not going to be able to stake these tokens. This is, by the way, this is a question I had initially, thinking the same thing, that you'll be able to stake these tokens and earn. But the staking feature, and it's a little bit confusing, the FAQ should be changed, or maybe an asterisk should be added there. You're actually staking towards your Unity node, right, in order to maintain it. So if you go below the stake, which is the amount of tokens that you get for each project, then you get to lose access to that Unity node, and someone else can go ahead and stake that amount of tokens and then own the Unity nodes. But yeah, it doesn't bring you additional rewards.
So, the downside to doing these shows on YouTube is when people aren't able to show their faces, for they don't have a camera, or they just don't want to be on. And our friend Callus does not like to be filmed. In fact, it was funny because earlier we talked about one of my favorite memories from Rare this year, and I mentioned being at the pre-party with Callus and Val and Manny and Jamie King and Claire Parkinson. And it's funny because we have this great photo where it's all of us together and we're all doing funny faces. And but Callus didn't want to be in the picture. So what he did was he right when it was time to line up for the photo, he hid his face. He squatted down because he's super tall, right behind Manny. But you see an arm going out to the side, and so it looks like there's the way Manny's head is shaped. There's an arm coming out of his ear, and that was my only picture there with Callus was his arm. But yeah, we'd love to get Callus on these, and definitely next week on the X Space, because he can talk about this at length, and he has so much knowledge about how these things work. In fact, when I ask questions, sometimes Callus answers instead of the team, because he's lockstep with these guys.
True. By the way, sorry to stop you, Rob. For anyone that wants to join our YouTube, and you don't want to show your face, we are more than happy for you to come, and we'll turn off the camera, or you turn off your camera and just turn on your voice, and more than happy to host you here. So don't feel like you need to show your face to everyone if you want to stay anonymous for whatever reason.
Yep. But yeah, the same question here came up several times to me about staking the lock tokens, and that's a positive side if you think about it, and a negative side. It's you're getting these extra tokens, so there's some value in these things if you ever decide that you need to forfeit your Unity node. It's not completely speculative. I mean, I guess if Minutes Network token and World Mobile token went to 0, I guess you lose the inherent value in it. But there's a lot of guys, myself included, that have given up some staked tokens in order to purchase a Unity node. And one of the things that I was wondering was, would I be able to get some of that stake back to delegate it to my EarthNodes? And at this point, it sounds like the answer to both the Minutes side and the World Mobile side is no. But still, you have those tokens. It's just like with the phone plan. When you bought the phone plan as a network founder, they gave you whatever you paid for up to the first year back, that same value amount in locked tokens. But those tokens are locked for a period of, I think, 24 months. You can't stake those tokens to your EarthNode. You can use them for Premier staking, but not for EarthNode staking. And so there's a little bit of give and take here with this. I believe that the value of what Unity provides will more than compensate for the inability to stake additional tokens to my EarthNode. That's my personal feeling, and that's why I decided to take some stake tokens to buy these, knowing that I would lose delegation for my EarthNodes.
Yeah, well, you'll be getting direct revenue to your EarthNodes from Unity. So, and this is why I love Unity, by the way, because it directly helps EarthNode operators, switch node and validation node operators, because of those buybacks, because of that 25% that each project is taking and splitting in half and purchasing these tokens on the open market. So yeah, Dream Forest has a question. You want to get it?
Yeah, because I am lockstep with you, my friend. I was messaging any team member that would hear me this week about, guys, it's been 6 weeks. When can we port our numbers over? I've paid for a year for these phone lines, and I'm still paying AT&T monthly. I'd love to be able to get rid of that while keeping my phone number. I guess if you wanted to just drop your phone number and get a new one, if you bought the plan already. I'm told that they are still doing some testing over it, and there's been a few things that they've had to clean up, and that's why. Because Cal, I think it was you. I've had a couple of conversations this week. Wouldn't it be terrible?
I had a conversation with Christian Rees actually yesterday, and he said that it is on the highest priority list to get number porting out. So the team is working day in and day out, to get this out the door. I mean, they understand how important it is for everyone that has subscribed to port over World Mobile, and I can't speak for the team, but everyone obviously wants World Mobile customers to be ported over on our side. But it's, again, as Rob was just saying, is how important it is to get this done correctly. Because I mean, I'll use myself for an example here. I mean, I've had my AT&T number for 25 plus years now, and I mean, I do business from my phone. I have, relatives have my phone, yada, yada, yada. You get the spiel, right? Imagine losing that phone. Imagine losing that number. I mean, especially if you use it for your business, like it's just not acceptable. So let's give the team a little bit more time to get this out the door perfectly working. And I'm sure everyone's going to be very happy once it comes out.
And the thing is, Cal, we believe in what World Mobile is doing. It doesn't mean that we are apologists for everything that happens, why and when. We have concerns about certain things, such as the number porting. Like, when will that happen? Everything isn't always just rainbows and unicorns when it comes to, hey, we love World Mobile. Yes, we do, but there's times where things don't go the way that we have anticipated or wanted, and Mickey knows that. The team knows that. We have long, hard conversations with these guys about things, and at the end of the day, we are here supporting what they're doing. And so, like I said, we'll never be apologists for them. We'll never try to justify actions or make things right. But at the same, because we do have things that can frustrate us as well. But at the end of the day, this is what we're building, and we're here for it. And like Dreaming Forest says, we're waiting patiently, and it's going to be good. And the thing is, we just don't want to lose the eSIM, right? Or like you mentioned to me on the phone yesterday, what happens if you port the number wrong? There's some sort of a hiccup, and that number gets locked in cyberspace, and you can't pull it back because the port broke down. I don't know how all of that works, but it'd be terrible. I've had my phone number for 24 years, and to lose that, like you said, to start over, people do it, but it's a bigger inconvenience. So, like I said, it's not ideal that it hasn't happened just yet, but at the same time, I'm confident that this is going to be. I mean, World Mobile is the future. It's my future. It's your future. It's what we're doing, and I'm looking forward to when all this is just shrugging off as, oh well, it happened. We're good. But again, things are happening, and these guys are building. Mickey made a tweet today about just how hard his team works, how incessantly they are building, and they're fighting and winning big battles over and over again, and it's like their joy to do this. And so, yeah, I'm so impressed with this team and everything that they're doing.
Riding the biggest wave of their lives, as Mickey said,
Yes.
like every single day. I mean, that's, and for people that have had the luck and opportunity to meet these people in person, like, very well know how hard this team works. And I agree with Mickey right there. I mean, you can, that's why I quote posted, you cannot connect the other half of the world without working and grinding every single minute of the day and night. I mean, it's a huge task. One thing I'm really looking forward to right there is once the number porting happens, is the bespoke numbers, by the way. I cannot wait to see 888 Trek Pool or 888 or 1-800 whatever Delta EarthNodes, like that right there. It's really cool way of branding yourself and your company, and that's going to be a fun one to see. I can't wait for people to be like, hey, call me at 888 Delta. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Cal, we've been going for almost an hour and a half, and I pulled a whole bunch of other little slides here. I don't know if you have anything else that you wanted to go over, if we wanted to wait till next week, because we are kind of getting pretty long here. And, I want to respect everyone's time, and
right.
Sometimes we go a little long-winded. You've been doing a little bit more of that lately. I love it, because usually it's me rambling for like an hour and a half and you talking for like 10 minutes, and I always feel bad after the shows. So I love that it's balancing out a bit more.
Yeah, my wife is super happy every Saturday I go to work. She's like, go to work, talk about World Mobile on your show. I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that, but
So I got in trouble, and I'm gonna get in trouble again for saying this, but my wife watches all of our shows, and she listens to everything. And I made a comment about our friend Hydrex from Costa Rica, and he gave me this big, it was probably a 2-pound, 3-pound bag of coffee, and it's so good. And it's organic, it's certified organic. It's from his family farm. So good. I made a comment that the year before he gave me a bag, and I didn't get to try it, and so now I get a guilt trip. I said, "Hey, did you make any coffee today?" Because I'm not a big coffee drinker. She goes, "Yeah, I made mine." I'm like, yours? Everything we share everything. And she goes, "No, I made mine." She goes, "I'm not going to get in trouble for drinking all of your coffee. So if you want your coffee, you make it, and I'll have a cup." But so I got to watch what I say here, because I get in trouble for that stuff now and get guilt tripped about things. So, no,
shout out to Angie, by the way. Angie's the best, man. So
yeah.
Rob, we know you have a lot of fans, but Angie's definitely your number one. So shout out to Angie.
Well, she lets us do this stuff. She lets me do these things. Comes on these shows, and she's holding on the fort right now, because I'm out at the cabin doing the shows. So very much appreciated. But it's not just
appreciate you, yeah,
taking care of the family. It's she follows up on it. She wants to know everything, and she follows up on everything. There's times where I might not have time to listen to a Minute Space or a World Mobile Space, and I tell her I need to listen to this tonight, and she goes, "Yeah, I already listened to it." She goes, "Here are the pointers. Here's the things that I got from it." So she is in lockstep with what's happening. I love it.
Let's save all of the fun things that we could not discuss today, because we're running out of time, and we still have to give another ticket out, Rob, right? I mean, for all the listeners that joined us after Nathan left, if you comment, go ahead and post that a thing underneath there, the slider. If you comment Rare 2020 #Rare 2026, we're about to pick another winner right now for a free GA. By the way, if you're just tuning in, GA tickets have been discounted to $50. If you use the code WMTX, you get an additional discount, as well as pay with crypto. So what do we say? It was $42.50 right there to go to Rare 2026 with a GA. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's 10% off if you use WMTX, and then it's an additional 5% off if you use pay with crypto. So yeah, it's down under $45, that's wild. That's It's never been that low. Even the first year, it's never been this low.
And VIPs are discounted as well. So if you want to buy a VIP within the next 48 hours, he said, then this is your chance right now to get a discounted ticket.
So we had Wendy win the first one, and right now there are a total of 34 entries that the system is detecting. So we got one more. And reminder, we also, on our X page, we have one that's going to be given away on Monday. So go through the weekend, in case you weren't here for this live, you can win one on Monday. And again, I want to shout out somebody who hasn't been mentioned yet, but Dario from the Node for Good Foundation. Dario has purchased a number of Rare Evo tickets that he wants to give away to the Alliance community, to the World Mobile and the Minutes Network communities, throughout the next nine or so months. He wants to reward people who might need a ticket, and just as a thank you for being here, but also an encouragement, because what Dario is building is a way to benefit others through his Node for Good Foundation. So there will be more opportunities. This isn't just a one-shot deal. It's not just the 2 on this show, but one on Monday, and then we'll do probably one a month starting at the end of October for the foreseeable future, up until Rare 2026. So that being said,
that's alpha. That is alpha. What a beautiful Saturday today, huh? You get to win a ticket and get some Scan Saturday points.
So, all right, here we go. Let's do one more here.
Bum 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 bum. Who is it going to be? Yay, Javier. Oh no, it froze.
Beam Node.
Let's go, Beam Node.
That's awesome.
That was close.
So that's cool. But what's cool is so Beam Node is watching on YouTube, and we obviously follow each other on X. But so I've never done this before. I've never used this tool, and so anywhere we're streaming, we're able to incorporate the people there. You don't have to be just on YouTube watching to make this happen. So the fact that we had an X user as well as a YouTube user win, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat for us. So Beam Node, hit the alliance up, send us a DM, and we'll make sure that we are able to facilitate that ticket transfer from for Rare Evo 2026, which we learned will be July 28th through the 31st in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Aria Resort and Casino. We're very much looking forward to that.
And we don't want to make this mandatory, but I'll just say it's going to be appreciated if you hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is very small. We want to grow it. We want to grow together with everyone in our audience, all of our regular listeners. We appreciate everyone being here and spending an hour, more than an hour and a half today, listening to me and Rob talk about how amazing Unity is, how amazing Rare 2026 is going to be, how amazing World Mobile is. So yeah, thank you for everyone that was here today, and can't wait to get to talk to everyone on our X, because this is what I really like about. I mean, I love our YouTube lives, right? I mean, it's a lot more personable. We can have different people come on. We can answer questions easier. Just see them right there in the comments, so it's much easier to track them and answer them. But I like X because it allows people to come up on stage and have an organic conversation, have that one-on-one conversation. So yeah, I'm looking forward to our X show next week. It's going to be fun, and you never know who might show up.
Exactly. We also will be doing a giveaway next week on X for another NFT from the first NFT launch at World Market, the first NFT project on the World Mobile chain. So we'll be continuing to make that happen. And again, just I know that we talked about some different things and some expectations and price and everything. Just remember, these are all opinions. We don't know. And what I like to aim low and then be wrong in the proper way. I like to be surprised by underestimating. But at the end of the day, I sent some information to a couple of my uncles who are interested in what's going on with World Mobile in minutes, and I said, look, this is something where it's in my mind, we have to treat everything as speculative. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how things are going to perform or when. And so just remember, we'll never tell you to buy something or do something. It's invest what you can afford to lose, and don't bet on a time. As we know as EarthNode operators, don't bet on a timetable. Though I think that that's consolidating quite a bit, and we're about to see a lot happen. But at the end of the day, we're excited for what's coming. And if you want to support the Alliance in any way, if you buy your tickets to Rare Evo, use code WMTX. And if you buy a Unity node, use the referral code Alliance. That really helps us out. But also, we don't get notification right now that that's happening. So send us a DM or publicly post it on X. Hey, I used your code. I got one unit node. I got 3 unit nodes, whatever it is. Let us know, because we want to celebrate what you're doing, and we want to be able to thank you properly for supporting us and referencing us when you are making this big move here. We think it's a huge move with Unity.
Yeah, and also, by the way, if you're a builder on the World Mobile chain, reach out to the World Mobile Alliance, and we can talk about sponsorships and things like that me and Rob have been working on the background. So I don't want to talk about this on our YouTube live, but we can definitely discuss that over DMs. And we're looking to showcase every single builder coming to build on World Mobile chain. So let's talk about that in our DMs as well. But yeah, there you go. Like, subscribe, and comment, people. Thank you, Devin. We love you, Devin. We love Rare Evo. We appreciate you choosing the Lions and giving out those tickets today. That was really, really, really Fun show today, Rob. There's so much we didn't talk about, but we'll leave it for our X space next week. And what are some final thoughts, Rob?
I think that if you don't know how much I love Rare Evo, you don't know me. You have never paid attention to a show. There's so many good things. It's just so much fun. I go there, and I walk away just feeling very fulfilled by being able to see everyone in this community. It's a highlight, if not the highlight, every year for the last 4 years. And so it was great to have Devon on there. I feel honored that he wanted to come on our show and break the information. Sorry, I say Devon because that's his screen name. Clearly, he's Nathan in real life. But I just feel honored that Rare wanted to utilize our show and our community to make the initial announcement. So very honored there. I'm very excited for Unity and what the potential is. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm messaging one of the team members every day. Now they're all in token 2049 in Singapore right now, so we're not hearing too much from these guys. But I'm either messaging them or I'm talking to Val or Callus daily about things, and I'm very, very excited for what's being built, both with Unity, with Minutes Network, and also with World Mobile. And I see a lot. I see us being very, very busy here very soon because everything's going to start turning on and happening, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a real good time, and I think the rewards will be much to our liking.
Yeah, the train is about to take off, right? I mean, we've been waiting patiently, but everything is coming together. I want to remind everyone that today is Scan Saturday. Go out there, get these points, because soon you'll be able to convert them to exciting things, as well as thank you to Rare one more time and Nathan/Devon for coming on today, sharing the alpha that Rare 2026 will be in July, as well as at a new venue area, and we heard that it's going to be a much better venue. Also, I want to remind everyone that starting next week we are entering Q4, and we know that there's going to be a lot of different exciting things coming from both Minutes Network and World Mobile, and we can't wait to be here and to break the news for you. So we appreciate all of our regular listeners, and I want to wish everyone an amazing, beautiful, and exciting rest of your weekend.
We're just a DM away if you need anything from either of us throughout the week. But if we don't hear from you, we look forward to seeing everybody or hearing from everybody on X next weekend for our live stream on X. So again, folks, thanks for being here. Thanks to Rare again, and have a great rest of the weekend. Until next time, everyone, take care.